ask. She's got the address we could write tonight. We climbed over Sal's gran to get out of the house. I told Sal about our Jean and the new baby. It's a boy and she's calling him Mickey. Shall we go to the maternity hospital to see them? OK. Sal linked my arm in hers. You know, even though we're at war with Germany, everything's still exactly the same. The sun's still shining, the birds are still in the sky. She looked at the seagulls flying above. Later on, night will come just as it always does. Nothing's changed. Oh, why does there have to be a war anyway? So many people are going to be killed. Do you think people could settle arguments in a better way? Sally shrugged her shoulders. My dad said it will all be over in 6 months, but Mum thinks it will take longer. It's what they were fighting about. Whatever happens, I think it's going to be exciting. Liverpool is one of the biggest ports in the world, so there'll be loads of sailors around. The dances will be full of them. Well, that was something to look forward to. Sally and I went dancing 2 or 3 times a week. At the hospital, our Jean looked happy but tired. Jean was several years older than me, and we looked very alike. We both had the same brown curly hair and darker brown eyes. Mam describes us as nice-looking rather than pretty. Jean's husband Dennis was away at sea and didn't know he'd become a father again. Mickey, the baby, was huge and looked more than just a few hours old. Oh, he weighed 9 pounds 3 ounces, Jean announced. He didn't half hurt. I was shocked and Sally gasped. I said, I bet he did. I doubted whether I could ever bring myself to have a baby. The very idea frightened me. Where's Emily? Emily was Jean's daughter, who was 2. Mum's taken her back to the house for your birthday party. Many happy returns, by the way. She pulled me towards her and kissed me on the cheek. There's a present for you at home. I'll give it to you another day. I was looking forward to my party. Mum's made a smashing cake. We'll save you a slice, I promised. We were having ham, tomatoes and potato salad, followed by jelly and custard. Grandad's coming, Auntie Eileen and Sally, and of course Mum and Dad and me. What about our Alice? Oh, she's on duty and can't get away. Our sister Alice was a staff nurse at Mossley Hill Hospital. We were all really proud of her. Training to be a nurse was really hard and took years, but Alice had earned top marks for everything. Sal and I said goodbye to Jean, and we went for a walk along the dock road. It was very busy despite it being Sunday. Big ships were loading or unloading their cargoes. Horses pulled carts piled with crates of fruit or sacks of grain along the road, which was full of traffic. Dozens of different languages could be heard coming from the foreign seamen who pushed their way along the crowded pavements. I sighed happily. The dock road was my favourite place. Apart from our house, I'd sooner be there than anywhere else in the world. Oh, I loved the smell of spices, exotic perfumes and foreign fruit. Above everything else, I was aware of the salty tang of the River Mersey flowing nearby. I really enjoyed my party. Mum and Dad had bought me a purse with a clasp and 5 pockets. They had put a penny in it for good luck. The good luck meaning it would never be empty. Grandad gave me a box of chocolates, Auntie Eileen a pretty Georgette scarf, and Sally a bottle of Evening in Paris scent. When Emily, my niece, sat on my knee, I dabbed scent behind her tiny white ears. I was feeling pretty happy with myself when our Harry turned up in his army uniform. He hadn't got me a present, but I was so pleased to see him I didn't care. I threw my arms around him and gave him a hug. Mam, who had been worrying about him all day, burst into tears. She made him sandwiches out of the ham that was left over and opened a tin of cream to go with the remainder of the jelly. It had been a perfect party, but then it became even more perfect when the front door opened and Alice came in. Oh, my sister is the most beautiful person I have ever known. She has dark green eyes and long hair, the colour of autumn leaves, a sort of reddish gold. When I go out with our Alice, everyone turns their head to stare, and it's not at me. Happy birthday, sis, she cried. I managed to persuade the hospital matron to give me a few hours off, but I can't stay long. I was really pleased. It meant that all the family apart from Jean had managed